Hey guys, BixWeir, with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Very good day today. Get to talk with Clif and Joe about all the insanity out there in the crypto world. We have a Three Amigos discussion today. I think it might be posted to jsnip4's website, YouTube site by tonight, is what he was saying. But you never know. I would expect some volatility in the recording process because there's so many important things to talk about that people don't want us to talk about. One of the most insane things happening right now is the sloshing. Clif High, it was in his data. He's been saying it for a couple months now. There's going to be sloshing of money around the cryptos from Bitcoin to altcoins. And we're seeing it with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash unbelievably right now. No, I don't know which one's going to win. If there is a winner, I think it will be much like the Ethereum Classic turnout, which is they both have a certain weighting according to their usefulness, and it depends on what you want. If you want something mega secure like a vault in the ground, I would say go with Bitcoin. If you want something that is useful and fast and cheap to use as a cryptocurrency, go with Bitcoin Cash. The market will decide ultimately. And then we have Bitcoin Gold. Here, I'll show you right now. Bitcoin Gold all of a sudden says, okay, we're ready to go. So they're going to be releasing Bitcoin Gold today, November 14th. For those of you who don't know, Bitcoin Gold is set to go live this weekend. In a new blog post, the developers behind the fork of Bitcoin blockchain said they would release a formal software client for download at 7 p.m. UTC on November 12th. Originally set for public launch on the 1st, the project is backed by Lightning ASIC, a seller of mining hardware based in Hong Kong, as well as a community of relatively unknown developers. Who are they? I think the whole idea behind Bitcoin Gold is to try and break the monopoly of the current mining situation. I think there's a whole lot better way of breaking the monopoly than introducing Bitcoin Gold. I think as soon as countries around the world understand that Bitcoin ain't going anywhere, every country, every treasury within the country will be setting up mining operations, mining farms. So the United States will have a gigantic mining farm, and same with every European country and South African country and South American country, because that's how important it is. And you're right, it's probably the core developers behind this thing because they don't like the miners, all the big conglomeration of miners. But the more popular I get, there's no barrier to entry to mining. And when the big money comes in, every country will be mining various cryptocurrencies. Probably there will be national cryptocurrencies because it's all about trust. And when the trust is lost in the old system, it goes to something new. So I'm not worried about concentration of miners because I know there could be mining going on all over the world very soon by nations, by central banks, by big money powers. So I'm not worried about the concentration, but these guys are. And these guys, the guys who invented Bitcoin Gold, are worried about the concentration of miners, probably backed by the core developing team who is in a battle royale with the miners and the concentrated miners, and with Roger Ver. So going back to that battle royale, the sloshing of Bitcoin last night was absolutely epic. If you look at Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin is down. Here's the last 7 days. And Bitcoin's not used to going down, so it was nearing $8,000. And in the past 24 hours, it really got dinged, and then it jumped back up, and then it got dinged again. So, yeah, Bitcoin is struggling to be Bitcoin, which is the core of Bitcoin, is struggling to be the #1 Bitcoin. And then we have Bitcoin Cash, which is the fork on August 1st. And as you can tell, Bitcoin Cash has been rocking, but extremely volatile. Look at the last 24 hours. Bitcoin Cash, look at this. Bitcoin Cash was up at right around $2,500. That is phenomenal considering it. Just what is this? Let's go back 1 month. Look at that. I mean, you could have picked up Bitcoin Cash like $300 back in October, in late October. And then, boom, we have a huge spike, and really nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows how much manipulation is going on. Nobody knows, is this real? Is it fake? I had always thought that Bitcoin Cash would be more useful than Bitcoin, and then ultimately the name would change. Will that happen? I don't know. I have advised my subscribers to stay far away from the battles, but because there's so many other cryptos to be in. Unless you have a Bitcoin wallet in your own possession prior to August 1st, before all these crazy forks are happening, you should probably stay away from Bitcoin. Or if you want to buy Bitcoin, buy a little bit of each. Buy Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin Cash. I don't think Bitcoin Gold is going to do anything. But Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash are battling for the proper name of Bitcoin. And it might be either one. So if you're going to buy Bitcoin, buy the same amount of both. And it really looks like they are, when you add them together, you get the real price of Bitcoin, which would make sense since they've worked. So 6,400 plus 13. So Bitcoin's right now at $7,800 when you add Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. And that's the way I look at it. You can look at it any way you want. The battle royales are going, and they aren't even fighting each other. The only people fighting each other are the people in the background, the core developers and the miners / Roger Ver people who want to use Bitcoin as a means of exchange, which I favor. And I know a lot of people don't care what I favor, but hey, I see the coming collapse of the banking system. I think Bitcoin Cash is going to be a whole lot more useful than Bitcoin. And I think ultimately, yeah, they might just call Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin. I mean, it's already in the name. So Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it, the market will determine which is better. And, you'll see this sloshing of money. Clif high, absolutely a Webbot hit. Bravo, Clif, again. The other cryptos are kind of suffering because of all the sloshing of literally billions of dollars back and forth. Dash seems to be going crazy, up 30%. I think Litecoin at any moment could blow sky high, which is very exciting because Litecoin is the alternative. If Bitcoin Cash doesn't work, Litecoin would work just fine, and they can both work together simultaneously, which is interesting. Some of the other big moves, some of them are just jumping either because of manipulation. Obviously, there's a lot of manipulation. Or they're just tired of going up or tired of going down. And, it's such a momentum game right now in the valuation of these cryptocurrencies. What would I buy if I was out there buying right now? I'd buy some Amizigo. I'd buy some Populous. Always buy Populous. It's gonna do awesome. And they're gonna come to market with a product. That's the key. And so my friends over at Salt, $3.45. They've been very volatile lately too. Yeah, they're supposed to come to market by year's end. Here's crossing our fingers that they do. Obviously, who knows if it's actually going to happen by then. But from everything I hear, they're going to have a limited release of their product before the end of the year, which is crypto-backed loans. And once that hits the market, oh my God, there's a visibility. There's an understanding that, oh my God, the software and the idea is actually working. If it works, again, if it works. This is a new company, and they're building a product, and we'll see if it works. If it does work, I see moonshot for Salt. If it doesn't work, it'll keep bumping along until they fix all the kinks. But Salt, I have full confidence that the team there is well on their way. Same with Veritasium. I think is very, very, very exciting. I mean, that's a game changer in all the exchanges around the world. So keep an eye on Veritasium. I think it's $70 right now. It's a steal, absolute steal. It's more complicated. But the potential for Veritasium is unlimited, which is really cool. Anyway, that's your update. One more thing on Bitcoin Cash. Supposedly, Coinbase is making Bitcoin Cash available to withdraw by January 1st, I believe it is. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin Cash keeps doing well that Coinbase will add Bitcoin Cash to their list of cryptocurrencies that they buy and that they'll sell to you, and you can buy it or you can sell it on Coinbase. I believe. I think that will be happening by the end of the year, which is a huge leg up. You saw what it did to Litecoin. It jumped from $7 to $50 almost instantly. And I think Bitcoin Cash would probably be the next in line. Already they have Ethereum and Litecoin, but I think Bitcoin Cash is probably the next in line. And Coinbase has already kind of hinted at that by saying they're going to make the old, anybody who had Bitcoin back on August 1st will have Bitcoin Cash available in their account by January 1st. So keep an eye on Bitcoin Cash. Lots of good things to come in that realm. And you can have both of them skyrocket, truthfully. They don't have to, feed back and forth to each other. Right now they are kind of sloshing back and forth. And also remember that the core developers are not going to be happy about this because they sold all their Bitcoin Cash and bought Bitcoin with it. So there will be a lot of attempted hacks on Bitcoin Cash. Just keep that in mind. And obviously, if Bitcoin Cash implodes, Litecoin would hit a moonshot, most likely. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this is Bix. We're very excited to speak with Clif and Joe. I have a list of 400 questions, and we're going to get into all the crazy stuff that's going on. And I want to talk about some future things that Clif sees down the road that's coming to humanity. Very fun. Keep your eye out. Go to roadtoruta.com, sign up for the private road, and you get the timeline article that I just posted yesterday. If you're a private road member, go to roadtoruta.com and just sign into the members area. Or if you scroll down a little, you can see the report. You can see what it looks like, and then just click on the link and sign in. If you're a private road member, or check out, you can get the free emails too. Top left hand side of the website. Put your name and email in there, and you'll get free email updates on the excitement happening on the road to Ruta. I'll talk to you guys later.